Hi, this is Cass from Aussie Cass Plays, and welcome to my Merchant Generation of Medieval Legacy. This is part 7. Now, I am recording this back to back with the previous part, so apologies if I'm not responding to any comments that you've left. Now, just so you guys know, I did manage to get Jonathan and Nalani actually engaged. So eventually they had those interactions available. I genuinely don't know why they weren't available while I was recording. I think the game just hates me. So they're actually engaged, which does mean we can attend a wedding sometime soon, which is very exciting. Now, Glimmerbrook is in the grips of spring, which is great. Now, the keen-eyed observers among you will note that we have an additional floor. This room is new. I'm quite proud of the way it's come together. I quite like it. It's Desiree's room. So we have an additional little flight of stairs here. I have put a door at the top so we can lock it to stop retail visitors from popping in. And she's got herself a nice little private room, like a private space of her very own. I've moved her picture up here. Yes, the lighting is kind of purple. Frankly, I love that for her. She's a spellcaster, and I also got her a cauldron so she can start working on her potion making. Like, I'm pretty sure it's not a spell she needs to live forever. I'm pretty sure it's a potion. So she needs to start working on her potion making skill. I don't actually think she has any potions yet. So we've got that up there. Then I've converted this room. I've moved Genevieve across into. So she's in her aunt's old room. And this is the toddler room for Gerard. Now, we need to have at least one more boy. Obviously, we could have more girls. I'm planning a boy room and a girl room. I did mention this previously. So any boy, well, the next boy that we have will go in here. If we have any girls in the meantime, then Genevieve's going to have to share. And she's just going to have to deal. I didn't put a bathroom up here for Desiree, but I'm kind of hoping we can just get away with that. It's not that far, hopefully. I mean, Lady will eventually learn to teleport. The other exciting change is I've bought a barn and a chicken coop. I haven't actually bought a chicken or a llama or anything. As you'll see, we're pretty much flat broke at the moment. Now, somebody had a painting that sold on Plopsy just as I was listing. That's okay. So we're going to ship that. That'll take care of some of our money problems. Now, the other thing I've done is I've added a couple of lot traits to this lot from the new pack. We've got simple living, which means that they can't cook anything that we don't have the ingredients for. Now, Genevieve is uncomfortable from having gotten into a fight. This was a surprise to me. You may remember in the last part when, assuming I didn't edit it out, when Nalani and Jonathan were at the restaurant, I got a little pop-up asking if Genevieve liked something. I forget what it was. And I said, yep, sure. What's she doing out so late? Thinking it was just funny. She's got a maximum negative relationship with Octavia Galloway here. Now, Octavia's quite a... she looks like maybe she could have been a mugger or something. So I don't know how Vivian or how Genevieve went in the fight. I don't know if she won or lost. But I'm imagining maybe she got robbed, which is obviously very upsetting for her. So I feel very sad for her. She's feeling very uncomfortable. Her little nosy's all pink from being in her cold weather gear. It is Spring Clean Day. It's a holiday, a custom holiday. They have to clean, bake, and garden. Or Genevieve just has to clean. So I'm going to get her to clean up this table when she's done, and that hopefully will be enough. Anyway, let's come down here. We're going to purchase, I'm going to say a white llama. Hello. I've not interacted with the llamas from this pack yet. So I'm going to get her to come down and clean it. Now, I think the actual shed is full because that thing there over there is full. Remind it not to be a drama llama, and we have to name it Teddy Llama. I don't think so. I'm going to call it Leonard. Leonard Llama. Or maybe I could call it Leonardo, like the Ninja Turtle. Leonardo the llama. Let's do that. I was going to call him Leo, but I actually have a dog named Leo, and I feel like I'd be sad because the llamas can die of old age. This one's a young adult, and so can the chickens. So I feel like I don't want to name it after my dog when it could die. That would make me sad. Then we've got to buy chickens, but what I'm going to do is get one rooster and 2 hens rather than like filling up the entire coop. And then hopefully we'll breed some more chooks. That's the plan. So we've got the animals. I will need to put a fence around the chickens in particular, especially because I was able to add the foxes to this lot. I wasn't sure if the simple living trait would work, honestly, because I thought it might not, given this is a retail lot, but it did, which is very exciting. So I might, Vivian, what are you doing? You started painting and then got bored. Can I get you to come over here? And we're going to try cooking something. Let's see what we actually have available in the way of food. Not a lot, because we don't have flour or sugar or... Oh, we could do veggies, because we've got vegetables and mushrooms. And mushroom soup. I mean, it is more realistic, because, you know... But I will maybe get her to order some groceries. We obviously need to open the shop and sell some stuff as well. It's a whole thing. And we need to get her pregnant again. So we've got a bit of a list of things to do. Now, I think Joseph is over here talking to his daughter about the fact that she got, you know, mugged. She's singing a song about her triumph. Right, Vivian? Aww. Having mutual sentiments happening. Can I get you to order... We're going to pretend she's not using a phone, you guys. And I'm hoping this works, because I have been having all kinds of problems, like with NPCs visiting my lots, since this patch. I had Grim, I was playing in my off-camera save, and I had Grim turn up because one of my pets died in this household. And I couldn't interact with him, I couldn't plead. So he raped my dog, pranked my toilet and left, and I couldn't plead or do anything. Now, I'm actually... Given that I can't remember what plants we have out there, but definitely we don't have a lot of these. I'll get some cheese because we're not going to have a cow. Man. So basically I'm going to get a bunch of different ingredients. Oh, are the groceries going to turn up here? Or are they going to turn up at my house? Oh, they did turn up here. Oh, thank goodness for that. I was a bit worried. Suddenly like, uh-oh. Oh no. Alright, come on. She's like, hi, I'm behind you. Now, can I interact with him? Is it going to work today? Oh, I can. Well, there you go. What'd you do with my stuff? Can I... Friendly introduction? What did you do with my stuff? Oh, you've put it on this shelf here. Unload delivery bag, I guess. Desiree, can I get you to make friends with the rooster? Oh, we need to name the rooster as well. We will call him King, because he thinks he's... let's call him Rex, because it's another word for king. Tyrannosaurus Rex. He's the boss dinosaur. Just saying. And I'll get her... She doesn't have any treats, so I'll just get her to talk to him, and hopefully... The chickens can actually kill you. That's the thing. If they hate you enough, they can attack you. I assume it works a bit like a cow plant, you know? Where, you know, you have to get hit a couple times. Alright, well, he's probably waiting for a tip and stuff, but that's not really going to happen. So, I want to come up here. What I want to do is actually have a look at... Did they go into her inventory or the fridge? They've gone into the fridge. So, let's have a look at what we actually already have. And then I'm going to plant out one of everything we don't already have, just so that we can be more self-sufficient. I'm so excited by this simple living trait. I really love it, you guys. It's like, it comes with cottage living. It's not base game, which is unfortunate, but I feel like it makes such a difference to gameplay because you have to actually think about groceries and you can't just make whatever you want, which means your food choices actually matter. Okay, so with the groceries in the fridge, there's all kinds of stuff we can cook, and the cooking is free, which is very exciting. Obviously, there are things we still can't cook, like we don't have any cricket flour, which I'm probably never going to get. Oh, I didn't get milk. That was silly. So we can't do things like the breads or anything that involves toast. But we could do a party size of beef Wellington, for example. And I guess we'll just hold off on milk until next time we need to get a grocery order for meat. So that's the theory at any rate. Now, little Joseph is down here fishing. catching all the fish. When I say all the fish, I mean one. I decided to bring Desiree down to open the shop because we are quite short on cash and I really do want to fence in my chooks in particular so that the foxes can't get in and steal my eggs, because I think it's possible if you put a gate on a fence, you can actually lock it and just say lock to household only or whatever, and then the foxes, in theory, shouldn't be able to get through, which of course is totally realistic. I don't actually know if that's how it works. I've seen it speculated that that's how it works. Desiree, come down here. Come on. You're supposed to be taking care of the shop. Poor thing. I've got her taking care of the shop, taking care of the animals. It's ridiculous. She's doing all the work. I've actually got little Joseph up here attempting to cross stitch for the very first time because I figured, you know, that can be his weaving skill. I'll get her to scavenge for parts and then mop and throw away. Then I might actually see if we can bake anything. Okay, because it requires eggs, flour and sugar but not milk, we can actually do that, which is cool. I obviously also need to name these three. We named Rex. We have yet to name the two hens. So let's talk like chicky to chick. What? I don't know what that means. Let's name Brown Hen Buttercup. Does seem like a good name for a chicken, doesn't it? We'll name the white hen Fluff. Let's call her Daisy. We'll stick with a flower theme. And then a dinosaur theme for the rooster. I mean, that seems a little unbalanced. But anyway. Okay, go do that. Go take care of the chooks. Because your aunt's running the shop. Your mum's baking sugar cookies. And your dad's not doing anything. What are you doing? You pricked your fingers and it hurts too. You got an owie. Yeah, if he wants to resume the same cross-stitch hoop, does he? Because it's not in my inventory. I assume it works like knitting where it'll be resume, maybe. Oh, you're so happy. Hey, buddy. You gonna... Oh. Oh, that's the shot. That's the screenshot right there. I've wanted this pack for this series for so long. There's a reason I'm doing two medievals back to back, you guys. It's so that I can play with this pack in this world. Oh, Oliver wants to buy something. Thanks, Dad. Right, it's later in the evening. We've closed the shop. We made about 3,000 simoleons and everyone's asleep except for little Gerard, who's taking care of himself because he's an independent little boy. And I think Joseph is bringing Vivienne up to speed on the fact that Genevieve says that she got in a fight and like she said she got robbed, and it's like, well, you know, do you seem like you maybe don't believe her? And he's like, no, I do believe her. I don't think she'd make it up. Like, that doesn't seem like it's in her personality. I do feel like maybe she didn't tell us the whole story. Like maybe there was a bit more going on there. Like she might have done something. She's like, well, I'll have a talk to her in the morning. She's obviously asleep right now. What are you doing? No, stop. That's not on my agenda. I do want these guys to get pregnant again. They are young and quite frisky. So I'm going to have her give him a kiss. She's slipped into something a bit more comfortable, which is nice. She's like telling him, oh, by the way, this is not what she's telling him. I'm getting distracted. You can mark the cross stitch hoops for sale. So there you go. He can switch across to cross stitch now, but she's got something else in mind. So he's going to coyly ask her if she's had woohoo in the past. Is this some kind of role-playing thing that he wants to do? I don't rightly know. Oh, they could woohoo in that. She's like, I have had woohoo before. Don't be silly. So he's going to offer her a massage. And obviously I'm going to have them try for baby again. Compliment appearance. Oh, I know you're hungry. Be hungry for something else. Be hungry for your wife. Oh, and in the meantime, the kids are getting up. It is very late. It's like 4:30 in the morning. I made beef Wellington, you guys. Look. I feel like that... look, I don't know if that meat in the middle looks quite pink. Is that normal for beef Wellington? I don't know. I've never had it. I did try and make myself Yorkshire. In fact, I would say I successfully made myself Yorkshire pudding. Because I've never had it before. It's not an Australian phenomenon. And I was like, I'm curious when people started doing cottage living videos. I was like, oh, I might check that out, you know? I think beef Wellington might be a little bit beyond me, I'm not gonna lie. Now, how's this little guy coming along? I'm quite keen to try and get him to 5s in everything if I can. His birthday is in 3 days. The reason I would like to get him to 5s in everything in particular is because he's going to be, I've decided I love him and he's going to be our knight. I know that there are rules for like how you choose between the 2 sons, which one's going to be the knight, but I've already chosen. It actually says, I think, the one with the most friends. So, I mean, obviously I can choose to influence that. I think we had the same with Vivienne, actually. I just picked one. I've decided Genevieve's job is to make sure the animals are fed. So she's coming out and she's like scattering some food for the chickens. She's about to leave for school. And in theory, she's meant to be able to garden now. She doesn't have enough mental skill to garden on her own. Interesting. I wonder how much mental skill she needs. I uninstalled the Talented Kids mod. Well, not the whole mod. I took out the gardening and cooking parts. So she actually can't garden or cook on her own anymore because I thought I would test the EA version. But so far, not so much. We can, I think. Let's see how much shop funds we've got. We've got 3,000 funds. I'm going to try and build a fence for this area. Like the whole area, so that the animals, aside from anything else, I don't want the chickens accosting customers, you know. All right, you guys, it's pretty straightforward, but yeah, I basically fenced off the garden because as much as I know the chooks don't seem to be attacking the vegetables, I also know what real world chooks are like and real world llamas are like. There's no way they wouldn't be eating all of this. So I fenced that off separately. And then we've got our little llama pen for Leonardo, and we've got a little chook run for the chooks. When I say little, it's a decent amount of space. I also popped this little mushroom chair under the tree here. I'm imagining it's a real mushroom because it made me happy. And I added this little item to the shop because it was super cute and I wanted to use it for something. Of course, now I have no money left in the shop funds again, but that's okay. We don't have really room for a cow. I mean, I could, in theory, fit one under here. Like, I don't think the cow would mind, but I'm not sure it's a great idea. I'll just buy the milk. Hopefully you guys are okay with that. Okay, so little Genevieve has come home from school, and as promised, Vivienne is having talked to Genevieve about, you know, what happened with the fight that she got in. And she's like, it's basically what Genevieve is admitting is that she did call the other lady a name. But the reason that she called her a name was because the other lady was actually being rude to some of the other children, and she was like, she got really mad and she was just trying to defend her friends. And Vivienne at that moment gets a little adoring sentiment. Vivienne's like, look, I appreciate you sticking up for your friends, but please, please, please don't go antagonizing strangers out on the street, because there are bad people out there and they might hurt you. And Joseph's come and sat down and he's like, yeah, you know, if someone's causing problems, you come and tell me. Or if you have to, go and tell one of the knights, you know, I'm going to teach her a valuable lesson. So he's like, yeah, you know, you could go and tell the knights if there's a knight nearby, or like a member of the local kind of sheriff's group. They might be able to help you, but you definitely shouldn't be like picking a fight with a grown woman. She's like, well, I didn't know she was going to hit me. It's like, I know, honey, and we will try and find her. Joseph's like, yeah, I will find her. And we will definitely make her regret attacking a child. But in the meantime, you know, please be careful. At the very least, don't be antagonizing people. Now, little Gerard over here, I think this is going to be a formative thing for him. I'm actually going to wake him up because he's hungry. Because he knows that his big sister got... She didn't get hurt exactly. Like, I imagine this, it says she got in a fight. I suspect what happened is this woman just pushed her or grabbed her arm, neither of which is great. But she's clearly not battered and bruised. And little Gerard knows. He's an older toddler now. He's probably like, 3 or 4, and he knows that his big sister got hurt by someone. And for him, he's like, well, I want to, look how angry he is. He's like, no, I want to be the one to defend my big sister. No one's allowed to hurt her. Oh, she went and got a cookie. So, yeah, little Gerard, I think, he's thinking about what his parents are saying about, talk to the knights if you need help. And he's like, well, one day maybe I'm going to be a knight and I'll be the one that Genevieve comes to when she needs help. Now, I did have him finish a second hoop because I started a second one thinking I was finishing the first one. I've actually put it on Genevieve's little side table here. And I was thinking I'll, do a couple more for around the house, but then we've got these ones down here as well. We also sold a dining table that he made, which is very exciting. So I'm pretty happy with how the shop's coming along in terms of, lady, you need to be, if you're going to show up and do your nap inspection thing, that's fine. Please be dressed appropriately for medieval. In terms of financial requirements for this generation, we've actually already ticked that box because one of the bonus requirements was you had to have a shop, like to earn the bonus for the next generation, you had to have a shop that was worth, I think it was like 10,000 more than the starting amount. So you started with a 20,000 shop and you were meant to have a 30,000 shop or something like that. I can't remember. But because I combined the funds, like the retail funds and stuff, this place now, I had a look and it's worth at least 80,000. And I think to earn the bonus, I had to get it to be worth 70. So that's factoring in the value of the shop plus the amount we got to build the residence. So I'm pretty happy with that part. We still need to have another boy. And we obviously need to get Gerard to a point where he can go out and join the knighthood. In theory, that could be when he's... Oh, she is clearly pregnant. Did you guys see that? Did you see that? She came out here to ship something on Plopsy and maybe do a respectful introduction to this lady. But lady's come over and been like, are you okay? You look like you nearly, threw up everywhere. And she's like, yeah, I'm fine. Honestly, I suspect I'm pregnant, but she doesn't know for sure. And I can't have her go and tell Joseph she thinks she's pregnant until she actually, the sim has that reaction, like the, hey, you're eating for two. Hooray. This garden is coming along well, humans. You have done well. Well, watch out. It's like, bugs. All right, well, I'm actually going to leave it here. She hasn't done the whole, hey, I'm pregnant thing yet, but we know she is. We can tell. So she did the little, I'm pregnant morning sickness animation. And I suspect if I came over here, yes, she has throw up as an option. So she's pregnant, which is very exciting. He's pricked his thumb again, I assume. Yeah. So he can't do any more cross stitch for now. I'll just pop that in his inventory. If she's pregnant with a boy, we don't need to have any more kids. And then we're just kind of working through aging up Gerard and everything. Oh, one more thing. I won't do it in this part, but don't let me forget. If I forget, get in the comments and shout at me. I have aged up Desiree's baby brother. He is a toddler now because he's actually about the same age as Gerard. So if I pop into the family tree, he's not loaded, but he is a spellcaster. So, and he's actually got his mum's like spooky eyes, which Desiree doesn't. And I don't remember if she did when she was a toddler. I don't think she did. She just got weirdly coloured eyes, but he's got the full-on like black orb eyes that his mum has. He's cute as a button. He's not a vampire. I know we had that weird vampire symbol glitch thing. I think that's because the game forgot Oliver wasn't a vampire anymore and I was trying to give him vampire XP. I think that's what happened, but we should take Desiree over to visit so you guys can see him in the next part. I'm not going to do it now though because I feel like this part has been going on for probably a bit long. And also in the next part, we're 3 days away from being able to age up this little dude. That may or may not happen in the next part. I'll probably play about a day off screen to get her a bit further through her pregnancy. So maybe in the next part, we might be able to age up Gerard and have the baby and meet Dawson. That's a lot of stuff. We'll see how we go. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here, you guys, with this little guy. I am so in love with this little boy, I'm not going to lie. Look at him. I really want to see what he looks like when he's older. He has my whole heart. Anyway, it's fine. If you have enjoyed, please like and subscribe. You know the drill. Don't forget to wash your hands. I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.